Hello, and we are back again for another episode on the Glow server. Now, something that I should probably do in between digging out the underside, which, by the way, I really haven't gotten that far. I think I need a beacon to add to the already broken picks we've got, because this isn't even 10 layers lower. Like, there is so much more to do to get this into some decent state. Like, now, obviously, I am pulling out a ton of resources from this, so I'm not, like, complaining too much, but I would like it to be at least a stack deep. So another, well, you know, like 64 blocks. And the materials we've gathered so far is just kind of lining up on this wall here. Like, yeah, we're up to here. The rest of these are all empty, and yeah, I'll just kind of be continuing that in my spare time, like maybe an hour here or there. But I want to get the front decorated, or like somewhat decorated, because right now it's just a big old ugly box with a bunch of lights and stuff on top. So yeah, not good. Yeah, so I want to basically build a little structure around this. I'll probably use a lot of the stuff that I pulled out, so I'm not returning it all to base. And what I'm thinking is maybe a castle, or a castle style design. Basically, because I need to cover this up while still having an entryway, and I want to do something over here, and, you know, big towers. So I'm going to do what I always do first, which is I'm going to get a rough shape and outline done on the front side of this. Might involve moving the door a little bit, but yeah, so I'm going to go and just get some stone, and we're just going to kind of go from there and see what to do. So, yeah. Okay, so the basic design is this. It's still flat because it's just a stone wall. But each of the towers is actually a slightly different size. Like, I think these two should be near the same, but then there's this central one, which is obviously just hiding a whole bunch. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to pull the main walls kind of up to here. I'm probably going to put some wood and some stuff in the front to make it look like a portcullis gate, even though there's going to be nothing going on behind it at all. And the towers are probably... Oh, God. Oh, wow. Saved by the lag. The towers are probably only going to be 7 above this. I don't want it looking too squat, but at the same time, I don't want it dominating kind of the entire island. That would be no bueno. So yeah, basically, I just took tick damage. The heck did I just take tick damage from? So I'm going to basically just use this as a rough shape that goes all the way around, and then I will kind of decorate on top of it. That's the idea. Now, it is going to be a waste of a ton of stone. I don't care. It's not as if I'm not going to get more. After all, I did decide to build stupidly high in the world, and we still have... Get down. All of this to mine out. So the stone wastage is not really an issue. I just kind of want to get a structure and a shape in, and then once we can go from there, we can start to decide how to basically decorate the whole thing, because it's going to be the long bit of all of this. And I've also just kind of a bit of forethought, which is not something I'm well known for. I've actually left the entrance open so people can still play the maze. I would like people to play the maze. You know what? I'm going to play my own maze. Okay, here we go. Right, okay. So I know if I get into the middle, which is around here, I actually know where I'm going from there, I think. Should be an exit over... Nope. Do-do-do. Boosh! Okay, that was remarkably easy. Let's do it again. Round 2. Fight. Right. Let's try... So those traps are permanently active. That door is only semi-active. Oh, okay, some more blocked around here. Oh god. Ooh. See, I don't know where I'm going at the top end of this maze. What I might need to do, I think part of the reason... So if I press that, I know that triggers a bunch of other traps. It also triggers a goodie area. I'm lost. I am so totally lost. So that door's open, which means this door will be closed, right? Yep. This is kind of... Ooh, I thought that was... Haha, the maze maker is defeated. The other thing is you can't do the whole trick where you just constantly go right, because what will happen is there's 3 different loop back points in this entire maze, and basically if you consistently try to go right all the time to kind of do that little trick, what'll end up happening is, and boom, is that you'll simply just go around in circles. Now, actually having done that, it would be useful to have a better way back around. So since we're designing the castle, that actually gives us a decent idea of what to do then, because you know we've got to kind of build not only for the maze itself but also to make the build functional, and part of that function is obviously going to be leading players back to here really, and failing going back to here, the other thing is a lot of those the doors, I say a lot of the doors, all of the doors need to be able to go underground as well. So it might be worth just kind of focusing on building around the fact that we know players either need to come back here for whatever reason, either to collect their stuff or, well, actually it's mostly just going to be to collect their stuff, and be able to get underground at the same time. So plans. Let's just get the wall built up and then we'll go from there. Okay, genius idea. What we're going to do is we're going to have bowl columns, because I haven't thought of that before. So we'll have one that leads up basically onto this sort of pathway from each door, and this will take you to the exit. And then we'll have one underground that basically, well, we'll have one next to it that basically pushes you underground for deeper dungeons too. Yeah, that seems like a remarkably solid idea to do.
Okay, so we've got something going on here. We've got kind of where the main gate is going to go. Obviously, it's going to be this tower as the actual entrance. And I've started just basically making these walls too thick. There we go. Partly because A, I can't be bothered ripping it down, and B, it just bulks it out a little bit more. Just makes it hopefully look a bit nicer. It also allows me to build directly onto it without kind of tearing things down. And this is sort of what I'm going for. Now, I did run into an issue, which is I ran out of space real quick because I didn't accommodate for 2 thick walls. Yay for not planning stuff. So if I come around here, you can see I've started basically bulking out the island a bit more, which means there's going to be more terraforming work going on in the future. So yeah, I've only done this wall and the front wall. I'm going to basically get all this finished off, and I'll bring you back and we can take a look at it. I'm also, as I'm going around, so I am using the mossy cobblestone just because I don't want a whole lot of grey, but I don't want it to be raising kind of above the 3rd row. So yeah, the idea is I can come through and just do this all along the bottom. I have like a full shoulder of moss to do this. Maybe I can push one up higher. Since this is going to be the sea-facing wall though, what I'm going to do is I am going to bring that up a bit higher. Just for flavour feels, I guess. I'd also need to uncover all of the doors. I need more mossy brickstone. And then we'll be coming through with normal stone bricks, which I should have plenty of. I don't have plenty of at all. Is that stone bricks? That's stone bricks. And then just basically filling in these kind of gaps. That doesn't need that. And then once I've basically done the entirety of the wall, I'll then come through with just normal stone, kind of just knock a couple out here and there, and just kind of replace that with smooth stone. I do want to kind of use some mossy cobble as well, but I'll probably be using that to build up the outside layer of the island. As you can see, we are pushing over the previously terraformed bit in a few spaces. So like here, this is kind of, you know, going straight to the ocean. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull the island out a little bit as I'm doing it, just to give, well, basically give back some of the space that I've stole, and to make it look neat and tidy and not all blocksy and bocky. I don't know what I said there. Blocky and boxy. And then we will basically just kind of maybe add a few little mini structures around it, like a couple of huts or a town or something. I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like this would look great stood by itself, so I kind of want to dot on a few tinier structures around the area. Anyways, I need to get these walls finished. Right, and we're back. So, all of the walls been done. I've started putting up gates everywhere. So this is the structure that we're ending up with on the inside. Because, yeah, I need to figure some stuff out just to keep things looking neat and tidy. And the roof, which, as we all know, is something that I hate doing. Now, the roofs are going to be weird. They are actually going to be kind of odd shapes to the building, but I'm going to try and mitigate some of that. So for this one, for example, I'm going to bring it out a little bit more so it merges with this one, creating like a proper spire here and maybe just taking a chunk out of that. This is going to require a lot of AFK. I was not willing to wait before putting this down. Instead, what's going to happen is I'm just going to leave it like this, and over time it will steadily corrode. This will involve a whole lot of copper, like way more than I was anticipating. So we are back to digging in the hole, and we are back to kind of hoping against all hope that we'll have some. So yeah, all I'm basically having to do now is just consistently mine this down whilst taking care to fortune every last bit of copper ore that I actually see. It might actually involve going back into the walls a little bit to grab out some of that copper and stuff like that. But yeah, we're making our way down as well as making our way up. Isn't this a joy? I'm gonna focus on these roofs and hopefully we can get that finished before this episode releases, because that would be quite nice. Also, as another note, I believe this is the size and space that we should have started with when we were doing the maze, because yeah, I can kind of see how much the redstone is really taking up now. But I do love the look of it, like the reset line and the door lines and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a full floor. I've nearly fell to my death like a couple of times. I actually do need to finish that, but finishing things is an issue of mine. Okay, so the roof is done. Well, it's done in as much as I haven't oxidized any of the copper, but what we do have is a nice pattern, which will hopefully all go like this blue-green over time. Oh, I didn't do it. Give me 1 minute. No one saw this. Okay, now we've got the roof done. Yeah, so we have a pattern, clearly, and you have to adhere to the pattern, regardless of any little idiosyncrasies, like, oh, I don't know, maybe the entire build isn't actually even, so why should anything else be even? So yeah, what we have the 4 little turrets. They are honestly just here to hide the bubble columns that will eventually be getting installed. Each of them is a different size, a different shape, which again was what we were after, and not because I didn't plan this build through. The next thing we need to get done, honestly, actually, I'm just going to show this off from the sky, because yeah, it looks cool. And it obviously hides all the pathways and things like that, so players can't just use the top to plan their routes through the maze. And also because the turrets don't actually align with exits. Now, if I'd thought this through, what I would have done is I could move each one of the exits to being under a tower. Obviously, that means one will just be kind of leading back in a circle, but that's not what we're aiming for. So, I want to get this little bit filled in first. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but I really don't want to use this color palette. I don't want to be mining for any more copper. So, we were barely 10 levels when I down here when I started this ep. Yeah, we've gone a fair amount underground now. Like, we are actually touching what should be the ocean floor over here. It's a lot of work. Who'd have thunk it? But yeah, this is all obviously going to be eventually mini game in here. But yeah, let's just crack on with the main build. I think what I'm going to do is I've pulled out a ton of lapis, and some blue mixed in with that green might be kind of nice. So I might go with lapis and gold, just a classic color pairing, you know. We've got plenty of both. Yeah, so let's get that center bit done. Okay, so we have made a ton of changes around here now. So obviously everything is done up top. We got our roof, we got our little tower. I might add another roof to that tower so it doesn't look as awkward.
Everything should be starting to oxidize. Not everything, but enough. And I've now sorted out the exits for the cave. I've sorted out 3 of them. One of them just kind of is still just a normal exit. So if I come through here, we're gonna have to remember to put all this back. So we'll do exit 1 first. This basically carries you straight under the walls. So, depending on what exit you leave, there are now prizes for completing the maze. So this one, obviously, you will come out here, all trapped inside and in a prison cell, but you can go underground, and you will get Totems of Undying for completing this way. I am putting only take 1 at every single one. I know my server mates ain't bad, but just to keep everything on the level, right? So yeah, if you exit through 1, you'll come through here. And then you'll exit out through a door, because I don't want people back exiting. So, I need to knock this one out. I don't need to knock this. Right, okay. So we'll take care of this one first. So, if you leave through this one back here, you'll have a choice. You'll either be able to go this way or this way. We will assume that you are going this way first. And you'll be faced with the stairs, and you'll be able to just go upstairs and chill out, relax, take in the view. The view is very dark right now, and there's not much to look at. But yep, look, another treasure box, and this one will give you half a stack of emeralds. Actually, we need more buildings down here. I also need to be careful. I did die, and massive shout out to Tulip for sorting me out with new wings, because every time we die in the nether, we lose all of our stuff. Anyway, I'm trying not to be too salty about that. So, if you were to go the other way, and then choose to go through this door, you cannot go back through the door, unfortunately. This is the next exit. Oh, I need to sort that out. Okay. I need to put some soul sand in there. And this one will give you a stack of iron for completing this, for basically going out through that exit. So yeah, we now have prizes depending on where you're going. I still obviously need to just sort out a few little bits and bobs, but yeah, I think overall it's the maze is getting more and more interesting. And yeah, the entrance to all the redstone had to be moved, so now we come into this little maze. We can just kind of get through there. It also meant I had to like kind of semi-safety proof, because that's now getting deep enough that if you just fall down there, you will die. Jayu nearly died the other day. How do I get through? So yeah, we're still mining this out underneath, and if I can just get in and under. Yeah, it's going well. We are at least 10 layers below. We are now hitting water though, in aqueducts that are underneath here. But past that, we seem to be doing incredibly well for ourselves. So I want to take this moment just to shout out a couple of things that are happening across the server. First of all, we have this magnificent thing happening on here, and that is our newest member, Kaz. Kaz Creative or something like that. I will find out if they have any channel details, and I'll put them below. But they are a brand new member to the Glow server, so welcome, and I hope they enjoy their stay here. I always love it when there's new players. Like it just makes me so happy, because who knows what they're gonna build, and I have no idea what that thing over there that we were looking at is. But we trust the process, right? Because like at one point this was just a giant cube. And the other thing is apparently we have an extra planar, or extra server, member who will be, or has crash landed somewhere across the server. So we're going to go find them at some point, and well, I suppose they're parking illegally, because we don't allow spaceship parking around here. It's not what we do. So yeah, it is a member from a server called Guildrock. Go honestly look up some of the Guildrock stuff. Formidable Bean, the admin and owner of this server, is also on Guildrock, so go check out Bean's channel to go see the shenanigans that he's currently getting up to. But yeah, that seems like it's all we've got time. Honestly, this has taken 2 weeks. Like, this has taken so long to get done. Like, just life is very, very busy. And this is kind of given me the jump start that I want to kind of. I can't believe I'm going to say this. We might do a mega base. We might just do a really, really, really big build. Like, I know we've got the tower, and I know we are still technically working on that, even though I haven't added to it in like a month and a half. Like, but I this has just given me the urge to do a large build, and that's kind of where I might be aiming for now. So I'm gonna go like plan some things, and I'm gonna go have a look at other builds, and you know, because like I've got the house over there, and I really like the build style of it. So I thought I'd come over here because I just like showing it off. I actually think this is probably the nicest thing I've ever built. Which, honestly, looking at some of the other builds ain't saying much. But I kind of want to carry this onto a much larger scale, and I did say I wanted to build a cathedral. So I'm either going to claim some space around here, like a large amount of it, which I don't particularly want to do because, yeah, this seems to be for like reasonably sized. Oh, who's this? What's this? This is nice. Oh, this is very smart. Ooh, me like. Who live here? The Lush Hotel. Oh, this. Oh, yeah. So whenever we do have new members start, this is actually where people can stay. Oh my god. Oh, it's an actual restaurant. Oh, it's a hotel. Let's. Vacant. What do the rooms look like? Oh my god, these are so nice. Oh, shout out to whoever has done this. Like, fair play. Very similar to my build as well, actually. Like, less blue in it, more green, but very, very nice. I feel like this is going to be the rundown area town. Anyways, I was getting distracted. So yeah, what I feel like I want to do is I want to build like a giant church in this style, and all of these blocks are incredibly horrible to get your hands on. Like, this all has to be manually mined. There's no farm for it. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I want to do this on a much larger scale. I want a cathedral, and I'm definitely looking at Bloodborne style things again. So that looks like all we've got time for today. We've got plans for the future. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next episode on, but yeah, take care, stay hydrated, and yeah, bye.